Hello everybody, my name is Sam, aka Samster, and today I have a very good treat for you guys. This is a 1971 Saab Sonett III that is actually my own beloved baby. It has 52-year-old original paint, original interior, pretty much everything has never been touched. It was a garage-kept summer car somewhere in Minnesota for most of its life. Being a summer car, there's not any rust on it. And today I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna take you guys on a little tour and we'll talk about the car a little bit and then we'll go for a drive. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Being a 1971 model, you can see it still has the 70/71 grille. In 1972 to 4, they changed it, made it look a bit more kind of modern and elegant. But this one is the 3-striped grille. Of course, I found a little, license plate there on eBay for next to nothing, so I put that on it. This is also, being a 71, it does not have the big rubber bumpers. It's just got the nice little rubber strips. Makes the car look much cleaner, in my opinion. Also, being a Sonett III, it is the, of course, V4 model. This is when Saab pretty much ended two-strokes. When I got the car in December of 2022, I got it for a pretty good deal because it was not running at the time and needed a little TLC and cleaning up. But it also had different rims on it. It had the star rims, not the soccer ball rims. And just was, dirty and stuff like that. But so we had to tow it home. The steering wheel lock was actually locked, like permanently locked, and we could not get it unlocked. So thankfully it was sitting almost straight. So we got it on a U-Haul trailer and, just towed it home. That night I got it running, and also the next day we got the steering wheel lock figured out. And since I was fortunate enough to own 2 other Sonnets at the time that were project cars, I used one of the other ignitions and steering wheel locks, so I had an ignition that I could just use instead of the broken one. So it's a bad time of day because you can see my shadow. So what we'll start to do now is we'll head inside into the interior of the car. These cars were all fiberglass bodies. Here is the original leather interior that is in somehow beautiful shape. I have leather treater on this stuff, so we can try to preserve it and make it not crack anymore, make it, more moist. But yeah, it's in gorgeous shape. When I got it, the odometer, I'm pretty sure, stopped working beforehand, but it said it just had under 100,000 miles on the car, which I'll completely believe. Anyway, the interior is in great shape. Also, if you come back here behind the driver's side by the seatbelt, you can pull that, right? Then your hatch comes up. This one needs a little lube or else it won't come up like easily. Then you got one of these. This goes right up in there and slides down. This is before, since it's a 71, this is before they had the hydraulic struts. But yeah, you can see, it's seen a little bit better days and stuff, but, and there was obviously something here. I don't know what was mounted here, but it's a different shade of the leather. But all in all, this thing being over 50 years old is in really, really good original condition, which I'm very honored to own it because of that. Not just that it's a Sonnet in general. See, and sometimes the fiberglass and stuff, there's a few stress marks. There's a few cracks up here. There's little nicks in the paint in a couple different places. Something like this and stuff, But, I mean, I'm sure there's better examples of original Sonnets, but this one is awfully good. So I'm very proud of that one. Anyway, we'll close this guy. Snaps down. Now what we'll do, we'll go onto the little hood. herd. Okay, close that guy up. Open this little service hatch up. And you guys might know more than I do, and if you do, please let me know if I'm wrong. But the blue valve covers meant this was a 1500 cc for the most part. I don't know, someone of course could paint them and stuff. However, the Sonnets, most of the Sonnets were 1700 cc's that were the limited emission ones, and I'm not quite sure which one this is. I assume it's a 1500 cc because it's a 71. It's before the rubber bumpers, it's before all the emissions stuff. So, you know, but if you guys know if this is a 1500 or 1700 or how to tell them apart, please let me know. Anyway, we have a aftermarket Weber carburetor on it. Nothing, you know, crazy special, just single barrel downdraft carb. It has electronic points in it, so there's no actually, you know, filling with the points. Coil has been changed. This I gotta reconnect. The other day, actually, as of probably a week ago, I got this thing back up and running. The clutch decided to pretty much finally give out, so we had to rebuild the whole clutch. There's more to it than that, but that's just the gist of it. So being Saab, you have to pull off the entire front. And since it's front wheel drive, you don't just drop the transmission, you pull out the engine to get to the clutch. But it's quite easy because the engine's only like 300 some odd pounds. So, you know, it's small. I mean, look at my hand next to it, you know. But, so we had to pull all that out. So as of probably just a week before this video was posted, I got it back up and running and put back together. So I still have to wire manage and stuff like that again, but it runs great again, so. But yeah, so, you know, pretty neat under the engine, quite original. Now it's all cleaned up because we, of course, you know, just rebuilt everything, and once it's out, you might as well clean it all up. But yeah, this whole front end comes off. If I remember to put it in the video, I'll show you a picture of it while we were working on it, where the whole front's off of it. It's kind of cool. So of course, Saab, being Saab, they're very quirky and just different in ways of doing things. Of course, you know, I mean, I can think of quite a few things, but one of the things is the pop-up headlights. I think there's other cars that do this. I don't remember which ones, but around the same age, like Opel GT or something. There's a lever here, that's the headlights, but it's a big lever, and it pops all the way out, and it's a mechanical linkage that opens the headlights. And now it looks like a frog, which is why I normally don't drive at night, because I hate the looks of that. That's not the reason, but you know. So yeah, and anyway, that linkage just goes in, they close. But the other thing it's got on Sonnets is, I think it was a factory or a special feature that you could order and just have it done. These were auxiliary lights. This car did not originally have the auxiliary lights. It had the caps in where they would go. However, on one of the other cars that I had, I thought this really looked nice. So I took one of the other Sonnets and put it in here, and they work great, so. Anyway, I can't really think of much else to talk about on this thing, just in the walk around. So I think it's time to go for a little drive.